we find our nation on a precipice, true tipping point. Is this the moment that will finally change our country? Trying to rain on the thunder. Tell the storm I'm new. I'ma rain on this little love. Tell the sweet I'm new.
It's not a broken system. It was built to function exactly as it is.
We must respond with bold action.
This is our country too. We can build new systems that do what they should.
I'm a walk, I'm a march on the regular.
We are united. We are standing.
Follow away.
And we are going to fight this fight.
Freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. I break chains up on myself.
There is something happening across this country.
When we work and when we fight and when we march and when we speak up and when we offer solutions, we win.
I'ma keep running cause a winner don't quit on themselves.
It's always the right time to celebrate women and black women in particular.
It is an opportunity to show the nation and the world that we will act. It has been an inspiration.
You have the choice, and it is that choice that gives you power.
Vote. Vote like your life depends on it, because it does.
That is what we need next. Action.
Hi everyone, I'm Sister Jenna. Welcome to our special Zoom meditation segments. Look, it's no joke. Things are kind of weird. It's just weird. Pandemics, protests, job insecurity, global pause. Everyone's numb, but also everyone's searching. And they might be searching on this little gadget of Zoom in a little box. People from all over the world who don't know each other are coming together in Zoom rooms to figure out who they are, why they're here, and how to meditate. Meditation is something that we've often thought that if we make our minds empty, we've meditated. I don't believe that. I think it's important that we learn how to channel our thoughts in a right way that are connected to our vision, our goal, our spiritual attainments, our mental capacity. Then you're really meditating. Hey everyone, welcome to Spiritual Vaccine Hour. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. Believe it or not, this will be our last show. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Today we were working on the whole new concept. Starting tomorrow, you will have a new program called The Next Chapter, and we're hoping to make it a little bit more informative, for it to offer more education, more spiritual awareness, spiritual knowledge, inviting a lot of special guests on air for us to commune with and to connect at a higher level. Tomorrow we're going to be launching the show on a very special day of mine, Dadi Prakashmani. I think you've heard me talk about this particular yogi who has had a very tremendous impact on my spiritual growth. Dadi Prakashmani was the spiritual mentor for the Brahma Kumaris after Brahma Baba, the founder of the Brahma Kumaris, passed away. On August 25th, on 2007, she passed away. I know that day so well, and I'll tell you more about it tomorrow, because we'll be spending a little bit of the show to kind of feature the footsteps that this particular incredible person has made. Would you believe she passed through Washington, D.C. on June 10th, 1999, and since that particular day, we have taken the vibration of her energy and have initiated 18 to 19 projects within the city of Washington, D.C., which has went national, and also some have gone global. So the reason why I'm telling you that is that her power of renunciation and her power to celebrate and rejoice, which is what our Monday meditation will be on tonight, was so profoundly natural and pure and innate that it just inspired you. And today I took some time to spend more thought process and even my physical body to just sit in the meditation room, to sit more in silence, to try to find that energy within the soul, which I know exists. We all have it. It's the energy of purity. It's the energy of peace. It's the energy of stability. It's all there. And if we can just amplify that vibration, everything around you will start to fall in place. I was thinking about it because the other day I've been noticing like things aren't really the way I want it to be. And when I say I want it to be, the way I feel Baba and I really want to move things forward. And it doesn't matter what I say or how I say it or what I do, it's not coming together. And everybody's sort of out in their own world, and I don't feel the energy of the focus of the real agenda, the real assignment. And so I decided just be quiet and go to Baba. And there are times that you will encounter in your life nothing of any intelligence that you know to be true. And even if you're doing things in the right way, it won't work. It means there's something at a deeper vibrational level that needs transformation. And we can try all we want to talk. How many of us even tired? Even sometimes I'm like saying to all of you, I know you don't want to keep hearing me talking all the time. But it's, it's an assignment. And the good thing about Spiritual Vaccine, what it offered us, we had some beautiful guests on air for the 135 or 40 shows that we've done since March 16th to this day, August 24th. They've all been incredible. We've learned along the way. We have learned how to do lighting, audio, mixing, cutting, doing music, editing. Just within those few months, we've learned all of these things. I've learned to stay consistent. I believe a lot in the power of consistency. I've seen that when you're not consistent, life becomes very difficult, hodgepodge. Nothing makes much sense, and you don't have a lot of focus on your life. And the best thing about the ego, it will distract you from even recognizing you're not living a life of purpose anymore. You're wasting your time. There's nothing of any meaning anymore. Even your energy doesn't represent the energy of meaning, but your ego won't let you see it. And that's why consistency is so important. Sometimes it gets boring. Sometimes it's like you wake up the same old thing day in, day out. You want something new. You want something exciting. And that's what makes creativity, the power of the mind, relationships, the way you talk, meet with people, connect. If your relationships with people are always complaining, fighting, judging, criticizing, arguing, yelling, being angry with each other, you're not sustaining the relationship, and you feel like everything is the same as it's always been. Yesterday I was in the kitchen, and many of us were in the kitchen together. And everyone who was in the kitchen just got along so well. Remember Lakshmi? And I was saying this is how heaven will feel like. Heaven will feel like this when everyone that's around you is in resonance, like each person did their own area, facilitated their own duties, and did it with love. You didn't get this feeling like, I don't want to be here, I've learned from myself that what can make life really hard, and it doesn't have to be, is that you're physically in one place, but somehow your desires or your mind is somewhere else. And unless you practice self-honesty, not only are you going to be at a loss with your own life and your own existence, but the people around you who depend on you will become frustrated with you because you're no longer in your zone, nor are you focusing on the right things that connect the story like it used to. So then this is where you really have to do some deep renunciation. The more you renounce your expectations, your desires, your wants, not necessarily your needs, but you've got to reach to this point, let me let go, let me keep letting go. But in your letting go, are you holding on to your greatest resource? You, the soul that's elevated and pure, you, the soul that's a child of God, you, the soul that's a server to humanity, you, the soul that is a caring and kind person, you, the soul that's open to loving, learning, and growing with one another, you, the soul who are open to garnering new relationships, fresh relationships, happy relationships. So many things evolve around your life every single day. And some of us are fortunate to kind of have everything in place and have been practicing a particular system, a particular way of being. But what would you do when things just start to not be that way for you? Let's say, you lose your partner who you used to work in business with for 20, 30 years and they become something different than you. Let's say you're married to the same person for 40 years and all of a sudden you wake up and they ask for a divorce. Let's say you're a parent and all of a sudden your child just goes off in another tangent and there's nothing you can do to bring them back. It's as if they have to live their own lives. How do you manage it? Through renunciation. Until we can renounce the energy of what we thought we wanted or had, we can't find the joy. We can't rejoice, because that story, that energy of what it was or what it is or what it could be, maybe that's just not what it's meant to be. Maybe that's just not it. And yet, even though I'm a very strong believer of the power of thought, that sometimes if you are willing to be courageous enough to look inside of your soul and ask your why. And your why is not to beat you up, push you down, or to make you disheartened, but your why is to say, but show me, Baba, where should I fly? Where do I fly with my why? Because I don't know why this would happen when I sometimes look at all the pure feelings that I put into whatever I do. The enthusiasm, the creativity, the progressiveness, the moving forward instead of moving backwards, the not, looking at other people to determine what I do. If I look at anything or anyone, I look at how good people are doing to see how well I can do. Not when they're doing bad. I'm not interested with that energy. It is essential that as we move beyond this pandemic, that we start to renounce certain energies and behaviors and attitudes, even relationships. And that's not always the easiest thing to do. But renunciation is an interesting energy because you first have to renounce the vibration from your thinking. Each time you feed that thinking over and over again, and every time you even complain about something in your consciousness every day, it's building the vibration to validate that what you're complaining about will manifest and keep happening. I really strongly believe in the power of thought. Spiritual Vaccine has been focusing on that so powerfully for the 130 shows that we've done. We have focused on it's up to you to make the change. It's up to you to change the way you're thinking and feeling about yourself. It's up to you to pull the energy of God into your life so that you can create permanent change. Not just temporary. So when you look at your life, and let's say if you've been traveling with us for the last 4 months, or for the last 130 shows, how much have you changed? What has become new for you? Please tell me. Put it in the comments field. Let me know how much has Spiritual Vaccine benefited you so far. What have you learned about yourself? Because that's why every night we were also showing up. It's not only to share with you what we've been learning, but it's also to hear and grow with you along the way. I've never ever thought that I'm in anything alone. But there are times that you will wake up and you'll feel like, if you don't keep your act together, how are you going to keep things going, And then what can make you become disheartened or despondent is if you think about other people who it might look like everything is going on really great. And then you could say to yourself, well, maybe I'm not doing so great, but we don't know. We don't know what's at the heart of people. What we have to practice renunciation of is our weaknesses, our limitations, our self-doubt, our criticism, our anger, our frustration, our lack of trust, our hate, our peacelessness, our desires. Those are the things we must all renounce to find our cure during this particular situation. Our new show starting tomorrow, the next chapter, is all about seeing how we can begin to elevate the new norm that we're facing. How do we deal with our business? How do we deal with relationships? I mean, how do you really meet with people now after you've been locked down for 4 or 5 months? Do you want to? I've gotten a lot of text messages, emails, phone calls. People who I've been close to, people who I've known for a while, and they're wanting to stay more in isolation. They're talking about right now they just need space, which they've had for months. Right now they're questioning their spiritual journey. Right now they're wondering what anything means to them, what they're looking for. They're trying to find themselves, authenticity. And as much as I'll try to shake them up and say, snap out of it, that's your weakness that's talking to you. That's your ego that's trying to interfere in your destiny and in your fortune. I can't. It's like I just go back to silence and renunciation. Because at that particular time, when somebody is really in a very heightened state of their ignorance or their ego, it is not the time to talk to them. You're going to end up catching their disease. And you're going to start to get upset, frustrated, angry, and you're going to end up being the one that's not the good one because you knew better. They're in a state of an influence of ego or ignorance or attachment. And that's what's coming out of them. And at that time, the only energy that can even give them remotely the courage to renounce that vibration will be love. And that's a test. Because do you and I, do we have enough love that we can melt the weaknesses in others? How many of you go to Baba in meditation and you sit in yoga with Baba and you want the connection that you're having in yoga with Baba, with Allah, with Krishna, Khuda, the Supreme Soul, Lord and Master, whatever is the language you wish to use, can I be honest with you? It's the same energy. Stop fighting with people. You can call yourself a Muslim, you can call yourself a Hindu, you can call yourself a Christian, that's fine. That's the tribe that you feel comfortable with. There's nothing for you to fight with anyone about. It's the same parent. So, you go to Baba, Allah, Jehovah, God, Shiva, Khuda, Bhagwan, Prabhu, whatever, and you are trying to rekindle and remember the vastness of your power of love and peace and purity for your own self. Have you been able to melt your own weaknesses, your own limits? How are you doing? So when one of your brothers or sisters, your husband or your wife, your children, your in-laws, your supervisor at work, your manager, your friend, comes to you or is just being themselves, they're not even coming to you for anything. They're not asking you for anything. They're not asking you for anything at all. They're just being themselves. And their energy of body consciousness, the ego and the attachment, is so naturally interwoven into their personality. They're not aware that they're under an influence. So at that time you're feeling it and you're sensing the vibration is not connecting. And you say something at that time, they're not going to hear you. You give a direction, not going to hear you. I remembered something in the teachings of Raj Yoga, and Baba had said, sometimes when you teach in the most subtlest of ways, it will take the student longer. I get that. Versus, I know teachers who are very brutal in the way they would wave that stick to make sure you get the message, and instantly you know what to and what not to do. I guess we all grow in different ways, but at the end of the day, we have to keep renouncing our limits. What is it in you that still needs letting go? Has nothing to do with anyone. Has to do with you. Tonight, you have to renounce spiritual vaccine hour. Unless you're going to play the rewinds and the replays as much as you want to. It'll be available 24/7. You can share some of your favorite shows with your friends. But it's like, let's renounce. There's a cure. The vaccine has arrived. The vaccine to cure our ailments is here. It's called soul consciousness, God consciousness, and being responsible for your karmas. No one can be responsible for my choices. Only I am. It's like when you look deep inside, you're like, sometimes you get frustrated. Because frustration means I've put my energy into something I'm not getting the return. So you're wondering, why? What have I done wrong? What is it that I need to fix? And you know what? It goes back to love. More love, more love, more love. I believe the greater the soul that you are, the more you will need. And what I mean by the greatness of a soul is the impact that you make on your own life that could possibly impact the lives of other people. We're not here to impact people. We're here to have an impact on our lives first and foremost. And if it happens to impact people and attract the right energies, bring the people with the right motives, with the right enthusiasm, intoxication, with the right interest, with the right power, the right courage, can you imagine what can happen when all of that surrounds you? I remembered once I was working on a production, and the production team, they were all brilliant people. The guy who did the editing, the guy who did the audio, the one who was the director, the writer, the production assistant, and we went everywhere. And I'll tell you this, I used to tell the production assistant, such a great team, if we can really get this right, this would be amazing. But you know what got in the way? Personalities. One became dishonest with finance. Another one ended up becoming somebody who wasn't telling the truth. And that energy got into what could have been a beautiful thing and changed it all. All because of a weakness. A weakness of character. A weakness in our personality. Something that's unfulfilled inside of our beings. I have loved having Sister Lakshmi here. I would observe her and look at her when she doesn't even know. And whenever I'd see her, I would see this honesty, this goodness, this kindness, this genuine nature. And in front of the world, it's like, okay, it's just a nice lady. But in front of God's eyes, He would say, this is one of my ear children. These are the children I need for the future. This is the vibration that will open up a golden aged world. It's not a president of the United States. It's not a vice president of a country. It's not a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company. They're playing out their part now, and they're doing what they need to do for these times. But what are you doing for the future? The future needs souls like that. Souls with purpose. Vision. Vision. Must have a vision. If you have no vision, where are you going? If you have no vision, where are you going? If you have no present, what are you creating? But if you're living in a past, and you're living with your desires, and you're wasting your time and your energy on things that have nothing to do with your present or future, it's just a waste. What's the energy that's being created in the atmosphere? How can God use you? I've been thinking a lot about that for myself. Where's my head? That's what I'll tell the family always. They see me do it over and over again like a broken record. Bless them for being so patient with me. I always tell them this, and when I do it, I watch myself doing it. That this is like a character trait in a movie. I go, it's all up here. And when they look at me, they can see how serious I am. I'm going, it's all up here. Everything is up here. Everything that you're going through is up here. So for this Monday meditation, let us take some time and really heal and reflect. Who am I? Who am I? What am I willing to renounce? Who do I belong to? Am I willing and ready to really allow this cure, this vaccine to work on me? That I'm okay. And everything around me is okay. And everything around me flourishes because I'm okay. Energies are bright. They're energetic. They're inspiring. They have just courage and strength and power. And so who am I? Who do you belong to? What's your purpose? Let's take some time for our Monday meditation.
Who am I? Am I just this body? When I look into a mirror, what am I looking at? Is that me? Is there more to me than my physical image? My body is very real. I'm aware of its shape and size, its appearance, its state of health, how it feels sitting in this chair. But who am I? When I introduce myself to others, how do I let them know who I am? I may start with my name, my occupation, my relationships, my age, my address, and other descriptions about my life. But these are all physical things. These are all external descriptions of me. Is there more to me than this? Who am I? As I think about my identity, I am aware of my memories, my experiences in life, the things I have done and the things that have been done to me, the people who have affected me, and the places and events that have influenced me. These are all part of my inner world, my inner identity. All my experiences and interactions have shaped my personality and give rise to my thoughts and feelings. I ask myself, is there still a deeper aspect to my identity? Is there an eternal part of me that is unaffected by relationships and the world around me? What is my spiritual identity? Who am I? My spiritual identity, my eternal identity is soul. I am a soul, a being of energy. My appearance is like a tiny star, a radiant being of pure energy. A spiritual being giving life to this physical body. I imagine how I would look separate from my body. I picture myself as a being of light, like a star, a tiny star, like the stars in the night sky. The stars in the sky are enormous worlds, so far away from us that they seem like tiny sparkling points in the night sky. There is an enormous world that makes up who I am, but that is all contained within a tiny, tiny star. I imagine myself free from all the influences of my daily life for a moment, floating, free as a star. Pure, vibrant, radiant energy. Away from the influences of my life, who am I? I am a being of peace. When I look at the stars in the night sky, I feel a sense of peace and tranquility. My spiritual identity is soul, and the nature of soul is peace. Not just a momentary absence of disturbances, but a very real and permanent peace. Within my nature of peace, I also find love. Not the temporary love of passing phases, but a deep sense of self-respect and compassion. I reconnect with my spiritual identity, with my true nature of peace and love. When I forget who I really am, When I'm caught up in the world and its events, the roles and responsibilities that make up my daily life, then from time to time I'm separated from my true self, and I forget my nature of peace and love. I will remember consciously that I am a spiritual being. This is my real identity, my eternal identity. It feels good to be at peace. The more I get to know my spiritual self in solitude, the more I can be myself when there are others around. The more I appreciate who I am, the easier it is to see others for who they are. Each one of us a unique being. Each one of us worthy of being alive. Each of us a spiritual being doing our best to face the challenges of life in the physical world. I will come again soon to this inner solitude and my true identity. Gently, I sense that I'm sitting inside this body. My energy returns, and I know who I am.
All right, Meditation Monday. Just nothing like it. I think we should incorporate another Meditation Monday for the next normal, which will be our new show. Starting tomorrow, August 25th, it will be launched on our special auspicious day of Dadi Prakashmani Day. And our special guest will be Bonnie Meyer from the Meyer Foundation and author of Perfectly Paired. I'm looking forward to the change. The set will be different. The narratives will be a little different. We'll still have humor. We'll still have love. We'll still have wisdom. But we'll also need to we need some knowledge and information how to prepare for this next normal. Maybe I'm just isolated, and maybe there's a lot of things going on. People tell me that, oh, I have to leave because I don't want to get caught up in traffic. And I would say, what do you mean traffic? I don't know. Is there a lot of people on the road? And they go, oh yes. And I'm like, wait, do we need to get back out there? Because I'm hearing like traffic is on the road. And I was like, oh really? Maybe it's not what I think. Being caught up in your little bubble. And that happens in life. We get so caught up in our little bubble, we think this is only it. And in reality, we could be feeding our limits and our limitations. What do we need to do now? So did you like that meditation? Was it good for you? So here's one of my favorite parts for Spiritual Vaccine Hour is our connecting, our being connected together like this really special, intimate community. And just sharing together. Portia, so nice, so nice to have you on tonight. Portia's saying my dog Toby and parrot Dee Bird listen to this program as well, and they love it. Hi Toby, hi Dee. Happy is lying here fast asleep, so I think she might be bored. So maybe we'll try to get her up. Yolanda, thank you for sharing. Spiritual Vaccine has provided me spiritual nourishment each day. Developed my inner world. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, Asmita, have you rented the penthouse and aim to buy one now? Please tell us the penthouse is overlooking the Atlantic. We'll just come and take it over. So congratulations. So glad that you've done that. Yes, good production team. Yes, Portia. I'm so glad that you all have enjoyed. Samantha says, I'm extremely grateful for all the knowledge, laughter. There was a lot of laughter on Spiritual Vaccine. And pure love that we exchanged during this time. I've grown so much. Thank you to the team. That's beautiful. Asmita says, I'm really thankful to Baba for making me a part of this beautiful family, especially during these times. I think I needed this very much. It helped me transform myself, and helping me to get rid of algae. Excellent, Asmita. It's been great being with you every night. Jennifer Scotland, Spiritual Vaccine has been a blessing to us all in different ways. And Louise says, you and God have helped me with a vision. It is so uplifting and inspiring. You've done such wonderful service. Thank you to America Meditating and Meditation. Thanks for remembering America Meditating, Louise. That's fantastic. We must trust each other. That's true, Portia. Very true, especially during this time. Nimi Ramanthan, thank you for helping me to stay focused and calm in the midst of these chaotic times. Yeah. And to analyze decisions by checking if they are based on algae. I've learned so much, and I appreciate it very much. Jennifer says again that I've learned to be more patient with others, and Miss Rue, the channel has shown me how to understand and redirect my thoughts when I become angry or judgmental of others. How to mind my own business, right? How to mind my own business. And meditating, sharing with you and these beautiful souls. One of the beautiful gifts of Spiritual Vaccine, hasn't it been all of us? Everybody who tunes in on the YouTube or on Facebook, there's this kind of a beautiful community. Betty Brown, thank you for your good wishes on Facebook as well. And Praveen, thank you for sharing that you've come to learn more about yourself. It's been a really, really beautiful time together with all of you. We have grown as a team, and as I told you earlier, we've learned so much. Mukti, glad that you could appreciate it. How do we tune into the new program? Same channel, just will be a new format. So same time, except it won't be on Saturday and Sundays. It'll be just Monday through Friday. So Wendy Cummins says, thank you so much to the team. These Spiritual Vaccines was a huge blessing to me. I've learned so much. Khalees Mabry, thank you. Very beautiful. Louise, yes, it's very special. I don't know if Dr. Kailash Sukhdev is on, but thank you for the beautiful fruit basket that you sent today, which will be offered on our special day of Dadi Prakashmani Day tomorrow. It was very thoughtful of you, so we'll definitely offer that. Yeah. I stated we are all in the same boat. Yes. And as much as we're all in the same boat, to what extent are we comfortable with each other in the same boat. Because a lot of times you end up in the same boat with people and you don't like some of the people in the boat. I have the Facebook. I saw it. Yeah, I was reading some of them. Yeah. So some of the times where it's some of the people in the same boat and you're like, I don't know, have you ever been on a flight and the person sitting next to you is kind of like different, and they're not like, they're not very quiet. Maybe they don't eat very royally or very quietly, and everything they do is could be a little bit annoying. And what gets to me is when they take over the whole, what you call this thing, armrest. And then what really gets to me is when they sit in the chair, because they have long legs, I guess, then they sprawl open their both legs and their other leg is on your side of the flight, that I think to myself, I don't really enjoy being on this flight with this person. Especially when you weren't able to get a good seat and you just ended up maybe in the middle and you just have no option but to suck it up and just do the best you can to be in yoga. But you just find it like it's so thoughtless. There are 3 of you in a row, and back in those days when there wasn't social distancing, and then someone's leg is just sprawled open and then both hands are on the rest, as if you're just supposed to be the insignificant one in that row, Anyway, let's move on. Renounce. It's time to renounce. So anyway, Chris Davis, thank you for joining us. Yes, you have been a gift. I'm still remembering our beautiful monarch butterflies that you gifted us with. They were beautiful. Marissa, spiritual vaccine reminds me daily how blessed I am and grateful. Beautiful. Lena, glad to be a part of this family. Thanks to the team and Sister Jenna. Lovely. Liz Parker, everybody learned a lot about algae, huh? Spiritual vaccine, you learned that the illness was algae and what it is, what it does through me in this life and experience. And really a lot of thanks for that. Sudha, glad that you enjoyed it. Learned your inner strength. Nikki, namaste to you. Will the time be the same, Enid? Yes, it'll be 6:30 to 7:30 as well. So it'll be the same. So thanks to everyone for tuning in and enjoying Spiritual Vaccine Hour. I feel like we should have like a going away party, but you're going to see me tomorrow, but with a different stage. Mercedes, it was great to have you join us almost every night from Peru. Wonderful. It was glad that you took a lot of benefit from listening to the classes. Sister Geeta is here, so I'm sure she'll send you her love. So I'll let her know that you're also remembering her. So it's lovely. Praveen Bhai, thank you for enriching us with the thoughts and vibrations. Yeah. So look out for the next normal. We really want to, with the next normal, because now we found the vaccine, right? We found the spiritual vaccine. And don't be surprised if within a month, within the rest of this month, you start to hear there is a vaccine because spiritual vaccine initiated it. But the fact that we have to take care of ourselves and the illnesses that are sitting in the soul, this is the key. This is the ultimate key. And so starting tomorrow, just expect a new set, more guest speakers, some humor, some deep-rooted conversations. We want to focus on current issues. What do we do in specific areas of life and with certain situations that are going on economically and just relationship-wise? We're just going to try to optimize the quality of the show starting tomorrow. So hopefully we'll be able to achieve that tomorrow and beyond, and just bring in something fresh and something new. And we're also going to be giving a free giveaway with Bonnie Meyer's Perfectly Paired book that she's just released. And there's a little bit of a secret behind it in terms of it becoming a movie and who's going to be playing Bonnie Meyer in the movie. Let's see. It's an actress that you all know very, very well. So we're hoping that the next normal will be filled with richness, inspiration, empowerment, lightness, love. We won't let go of that. no matter what. We won't let go of that. Anyway, does anyone have any questions they'd like to share before we close off? And I don't know if Santosh wants to come and say a warm Om Shanti with his new hairdo. He might not want it because he's a little bit on the bald side today. He got a free haircut by Brother Naveen yesterday, and they texted me, and I go, "Where is Brother Santosh?" But I thought it might be nice for him to just say goodbye to everyone from the spiritual vaccine. He's like, no, sister, no, I don't like my haircut. I don't like my haircut. And Sister Gita is sitting here, and she looks beautiful in her yellow jacket. All day she was just on my back to take her somewhere, I did everything I could to try to see how can I help you, how can I facilitate what you need. And you know where I kept going back to? Turn up your volume of love, Jenna. You really want to help that soul? Become a powerhouse of love. That when she turns to you, or she feels you, or she sees you, her mind will be at peace. And she won't need anything. So throughout the day with her today, that was the assignment I was working on today, as I felt a lot of moving pieces around me today. And I was like, okay, Jen, spend some time with Baba, get it all in gear, get it together. You know, so stuff like that. It has been our privilege and our honor. If you're planning not to join us tomorrow and beyond, but if you aren't, we thank you for your dedication, your commitment, your love in joining us every night, to laugh with us, to be emotional, to travel with us with our personal issues, to accommodate all of the stuff that might happen in front of the camera, behind the camera, around, up and down. We thank you for allowing us to be so authentic and real with you, which has made it a stress-less experience. I have to tell you, the 130-something shows that we have done, and I swear on my life, it's never been stressful for me for one night. There hasn't been one night I've not wanted to show up to be with you. And for that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being so genuine, simple, because we were so simple with our production, so opened, so trusting, so community oriented, to just have this beautiful community online with one another, and to feel each other as we comment with each other and help each other out. If it was John V who was sick, we sent blessings. If it was Portia who had fallen and hurt her hand and was sick, we paused and we gave her blessings. If it was me with my health opportunity, you all stopped and gave me blessings and told me to take it easy. If it was Sister Gita going through a hard day, you sent your love and your good wishes for her, to just tell her to be okay. You sent your blessings every day to Santosh, Antonia, everybody. When you knew Lakshmi was here to take care of me, you all says, oh, can we meet her? Can we see Sister Lakshmi? We put her on, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, she's so sweet. She has a son in college. Oh my God, you know. And then you learned how the Brahma Kumaris is the fountain of youth, and how it keeps us all so young and energetic. And yes, we go through our ups and downs, and you gave us permission to share that with you too. And that again made it very, very easy. And you gave us permission to be, you trusted us to be honest with where you were, which is huge. And when the whole community held you, I know you felt the blessings, and you felt like you can go that extra mile. So on behalf of the whole team and all of us here on Spiritual Vaccine Hour, we bid you farewell, the deepest Om Shanti, lots of love, protection, safety, power, wisdom, truthfulness, dedication, purity. We wish you to have Baba in your heart, and only Baba, that everything that comes out of you is just going to be fragrant and filled with His love. Okay, so thank you all for joining us tonight. Have a good evening. Feel free to join us for tomorrow, 6:30 to 7:30, for the next normal with Sister Jenna and the team, as we feature Bonnie Meyer from the Meyer Foundation and author of Perfectly Paired. So let's see how that's going to turn out tomorrow and beyond. We thank you again for everything. Please be well. All the best.
I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. I'm a blessing to I'm a blessing.